Men stuff right
real,
there.
Man.
Real men stuff.
No, man, because you don't know how this shit came together.
That's right.
You said you dropped the whistle.
Listen to me. What do you think that was going on in the corner? Was there too many voices in the corner?
No, it was a big misunderstanding.
Okay.
Tank was trying to explain what was going on with the half.
We see many boxers do. After their first career loss or draw, Gervonta Davis has just fired his coach, blaming him as the main reason for his performance against Roach. Now Calvin Ford, on a live video, got emotional and broke down. After recounting how many sacrifices he made for Tank and how little he has been rewarded for his help. The pair have been together for over a decade, and the coach feels Tank has been unfair to him.
I was gone, and he came to me and said, yo, we got to do such. See,
It's okay.
hold it back.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's real.
Tank believed he would have Ford by his side on March 1st. The veteran coach had his own reasons to not coach Davis for this particular fight. And now, following the possibility of having his draw against Roach overturned, to a loss, Calvin Ford has been dropped out of the team you see for long fans were used to the familiar sight of Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis. It was like Mike Tyson and Costiato. And if you compare recent examples, Canelo and Eddie Rosso, or even Pacquiao Roach for that matter, that's how the triumvirate of Gervonta Davis, Calvin Ford, and Kenny Ellis resonated with fans. But watching Barry Hunter accompany Davis was not the sight fans wanted to have.
So everything is good with Calvin because it's the first time he's not the head trainer in a while.
Yeah, for sure. Calvin, again, I said Calvin's pops.
Wonders what might have caused the rig speaking with Fight Hub TV's Calvin Ford to shed some light on the matter. Davis fought his second PBC Amazon Prime Video PPV card, and apart from the headliner, the show at the Barclays features a slew of exciting fights, including 2 light welterweight title clashes. Like many, Ford anticipated a good fight and saw how Davis's training translated into the ring, with Tank coming from Baltimore and Roach from DC. He recalled the duo sparring a lot in the gym. He respected Roach's work ethic and felt that it was a great opportunity for him. Maybe people are misreading the situation. "We aren't changing up anything," he said. "He's just taking a step back, but the training structure remained the same." The reporter made it clear that they're not implying a breakup or a falling out between Ford and Gervonta Davis.
He will always be around, you know what I mean? So, that's pops, like I said. So
they just wanted to know whether the temporary separation made their bond stronger, like when family members spend time apart and then appreciate each other more when they reunite. No, he came to see me dead slow down and worry about you, because boom, he knows that I spend time with my amateurs. You know me. Both of you all know me very well. I spend time with my amateurs all the time. That's my piece, replied Coach Ford. Even though he wasn't directly training Tank, knowing where he was and that he was training gave him a sense of reassurance. He acknowledged that being away from Davis allowed them both to appreciate their bond. When he returned to the gym, Ford could tell the lightweight champion missed him, just like he missed the latter. A similar kind of reassurance came from Barry Hunter too.
Always be near. Without me, without Calvin, it wouldn't be no me. You know what I mean? Because at first, when I came into the
Calvin will be there, Coach Barry will be there, Coach Boogie will be there, and Kenny will be there as well, he said during an interview. While Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis won't be in Tank's corner, he and other coaches will still be there, implying it's not a major issue. Hunter wanted to remind us that this isn't the first time changes in Tank's corner occurred. Hunter had been involved with Tank since his amateur days and early career. He is not new to Tank's team like Ford. He also noted that the internet often spreads misinformation and people make assumptions without knowing the full story. He emphasized the Tank is like family, so fans stayed assured that it looks like a temporary shakeup that may revert back to the old format when Devin Davis returns after a few months.
At DC, they call me Mo. Calvin is Calvin. You know what I mean? I got Calvin.
Interview 6. While it was announced recently that there's been a split between the trainer and Gervonta Davis after over a decade together, Coach Calvin Ford has confirmed the news. There were several external factors that contributed to this, probably because of his training camp activities or just out of his unwillingness to talk about the situation. Gervonta Davis has been silent on these matters ever since it was rumored until now.
Just did. We got off the canvas one. It ain't about the dub with me. It's about that you got that will.
In breaking his silence, the narrative changed a little bit. And now it's no longer just because of Calvin Ford's offense, but because of an issue involving Leonard Ellaby. It was revealed that ever since Leonard Ellaby left Mayweather Promotions, he didn't have to stay on the fence anymore between Dant Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather Jr. In the aftermath of his sack, he's been pouring all of his attention on Devon Davis. And as much as Leonard Ellaby is being helpful, Calvin Ford feels many of Devon Davis's bad decisions can be traced back to Leonard Ellaby.
Yeah, he already seen it.
He said, I can't
That's
get
the
hit
difference.
no more.
And Tank was holding the conversation. Tank said, yo, I'm about Tank can't every fight Tank come and tell me, I'm gonna knock him out.
Hence, Calvin Ford hasn't been so fine with the relentless company of Leonard Ellaby. Earlier, it was a team of Devon Davis, Calvin Ford, and Kenny Ellis. Even while they were under the Floyd Mayweather Promotions banner, they were just so inseparable that Floyd Mayweather Jr. had to respect their unity as well. However, since they left Mayweather Promotions, and Leonard Ellaby joined them as well, their relationship has been threatened.
When I talk to him, I'm not talking to little Tank anymore. I'm talking to the grown man Tank. From being with him for so many years.
So Gervonta Davis has been making wrong career choices, and he's been manipulated by Leonard Ellaby. This is what Tank Davis claims the belief of his trainers is. According to him, the whole of his camp is against his close association with Leonard Ellaby. To them, Leonard Ellaby is with whoever is profitable for him. He was with Floyd Mayweather. When he saw what he could get from Floyd, when he stopped getting it from Floyd's fighters, he moved on with Tank Davis. And this is exactly what Gervonta Davis's team feels about Leonard Ellaby, except him. And it was this situation that forced him to eventually sack his coach. Calvin Ford and Ellaby presided over the company's growth during Floyd Mayweather's career. He helped promote some of the biggest fights, including Mayweather versus Pacquiao. He has also presided over Gervonta Davis's career, made him a PPV star. He also promoted Davis's fight with Frank Martin on Saturday after being sacked by Floyd Mayweather. Since Davis separated from Mayweather Promotions in 2022, he has fought Rayleigh Romero and Hector, Luis Garcia, Ryan Garcia, and Frank Martin are some of the finest names in the lightweight division, so it's not very difficult to believe that leaving his former mentor was the best decision of his career, right? Well, at least boxing commentator Showbiz, the adult, thinks so. In the past few months, Tank Davis has been feuding with Floyd Mayweather over social media, with either part taking digs at each other.
Saying it's a big fight.
Right.
And Tank's gonna get every last one of these guys y'all want him to get. You just can't get them all in one night.
Did you see what he tweeted at Shakur?
No, I didn't.
Interview 11, however, after Davis's latest fight. Against Martin and Leonard Ellaby leaving Mayweather Promotions, the boxing commentator explained why it was the best decision for Davis to leave Mayweather. Yesterday, the boxing commentator, popular on YouTube for his take on everything boxing, shared a short clip titled Tank. Davis leaving Floyd was the best thing for his career. In hindsight, it might seem like Floyd Mayweather is the biggest name in the sport. So, how could it be the best thing? The commentator explained Floyd thinks like money. So much has changed about Devon Davis, and we now finally understand when Calvin Ford unknowingly foretold what the future holds for him and Tank Davis before his fight against Frank Martin. After Devon Davis was absent during the media workout, Coach Calvin Ford was there to represent him and said certain things that have now bounced against him and are playing out between the two of them. Interview 12. Now we know why he said, watching him in camp scares me because of the things he's doing. And his maturity. When he gets in that ring, he'll hurt Frank Martin. I've seen him listen to a conversation, listen to what's going on, and he's really focused on speaking to fight hype. Davis's coach, Calvin Ford, urged people not to read too much into the no-show.
Oh, watching them in camp, it scares me. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that he's doing and his maturity of
Interview 13I want to apologize to the fans. Ford said killing the buzz that had built since the scheduled arrival started some 90 minutes earlier. He can't make it at this moment because he's been delayed, but he's going to make it up to y'all on Fight Night Trust. What I'm saying to y'all, Y'all want to see this performance that he's going to put on to the fans. How long y'all been knowing Tank Man? I used to do the same thing y'all do. I stopped doing it. Let him just do what he does. Because at the end of the day, that's what makes Tank. I don't know how his body is. You know, sometimes y'all gotta go to work. Do y'all feel like it all the time? We are getting ready to roll out to the world. Asked if he would make the press conference, Ford was optimistic interview.
Press conference. Let's look at history. Let's look at the stats.
For sure.
So, you know, again, but how many times y'all came here, y'all, he did, one time he did showed up at one.
I've never seen a Tank missing a press conference. Let's look at history. Let's look at the stats. Finally, Calvin Ford then warned Frank Martin on behalf of his absent fighter, Davin Davis, saying,
and for the fans, you know, the conspiracy theory, there's no concerns, you know.
No, we great. Yeah. We great. Trust me. Y'all want y'all guy to come out and put on that show for y'all. Trust me.
We're back in business. We've been waiting for this for a while. Ford said of Davis's first fight back, after 14 months, we want to put on a great performance. We want to put on a great performance for the fans.